So the two segments I'm going to use today is from Seattle Opera. The first one I will be talking about high school children and elementary school kids, and then the second segment would be young people. First, let me compare the needs of these two groups. As for school children, their need is to learn, and by getting the information to the school by entering the school, like in elementary school, or giving teachers the lesson plan guides for high school kids, it creates the need, meets the need of children to learn about different subjects. For elementary school kids, they have the capability of learning music, learning to be a musician, learning to be a chorus, learning to be a dancer, or if they are not performing, they also have the capability of learning different things like lighting, set, and customs. For high school kids, the segment breaks down a little bit more detailed. And as the writing pointed out, they use the prep with experience and response model to deal with children. And as for prep, they give an example of social studies and English. In social study, they get to learn about the context of the performance in context of history. And then in English, they get to learn about the different writing styles between a book writer and a opera writer. And as for experience, most of them get to, of course, watch the opera, and some of them even get to experience a dress rehearsal before the event is performed. And then for response, in English classes, children can use the experience in opera to write a review, and then in turn they get to practice what they are learning in class. And in art classes, they can respond by painting an impression of the opera they experienced. And then in history classes, they can write about or try to depict a conflict that was represented within the opera experience itself. So by involving school children in opera in respect to what they are learning in class, it helped them gain the knowledge, teach them about opera, and also teach them about what they need to know within the subjects. And as for the second segment, young people in their 20s and 30s, most of them are very social. And but before I talk about that, their need is to know what they are getting when they have these opera experience. So they start by having previews in different locations where most of this segment is likely to appear. And they have it in schools, they have it in libraries, and also, and because of the Bravo Club, they get a different dimension in marketing their services. And besides lectures and previews, they have their marketing and social functions. And then, of course, with 20s and 30 years olds, they are on the cloud, so they have multimedia. So if when Seattle Opera meets those needs and the customers are spreading the words, they are more likely to come and experience.